and welcome to Storyboard. I'm Shibani Gharat. Joining us in the studio today is a very special guest, Tod Allen, Vice President of Global Marketing Budweiser. AB InBev, the brewing giant, has accumulated top honors. AB InBev was named Creative Marketer of the Year at both 2022 and the upcoming 2023 Cannes Lions International Festival of Creativity. It was crowned the most effective marketer in the Global FE Index in 2022, and AB InBev occupied first place in Walk's Creative 100 and Effective 100 in 2022. What a fab past few months has it been for the company that owns brand Budweiser, which in its own right has been visible, live and alive at key marquee properties from FIFA Football World Cup to Super Bowl. Today with us, joining us in the studio, we have Todd, who's going to discuss all of this from accolades and winning strategies, World Cup fallout to managing business pressures. Todd, welcome to CNBC-TV18.
Thank you very much for having me.
Right at the outset, what brings you to India?
Well, as you said, Budweiser India is a top 5 market for us globally, and very excited to be here to learn more about the culture. It's one of the fastest growing alcohol categories in the world. At Budweiser, we want to inspire people to do big things in life and really recruit, LDA, the next generation of drinkers. And this is the fifth largest recruitment opportunity for us globally. So very excited to be here to learn more and spend time with the team.
What are some of the trends that look promising in the country, according to you, Todd?
I think the experience economy is one. You mentioned in your opening, we've done a great job breaking through in culture using the music platform with our BudX, and you can just see such a vibrant, music scene across India, and people really looking for experiences over things. And when it comes to us as a category, offering great products, but then also great experiences across the country is one of the biggest trends that I see in the country.
And this is your first visit to the country?
First time I've been to India, yes.
And if you can share some beer drinking trends like you have visibly noticed in the country.
I think, two things. Obviously, the difference between the mild and stronger beer. Budweiser, Premium has done a great job. It's the most premium, beer brand in the category. But then we also introduced an innovation back in 2012, which is Budweiser Magnum, which is a stronger beer, and it's done very well with consumers looking for a bit more of a flavorful option. So it's fascinating to see the difference between the mild and strong beer category.
Sure. Todd, as I mentioned, AB InBev was recognized the Cannes Lions Marketer of the Year 2 times in a row. It's a big honor for AB InBev. Also, Walk had you as #1 in both creative and creative effectiveness. FE Index recognized you as the most effective marketer in the world. How much, has Bud attributed to these accolades and success when it comes to marketing strategies globally?
Yeah, well, we're very proud and humble of that achievement. It's the first time ever a company's been recognized for 2 years in a row to win Marketer of the Year at the Cannes International Festival of Creativity. I think we set out on a journey, to be honest, back in 2018, where we were really focused on driving organic top-line growth globally. And then we're going to do that by winning through our portfolio of brands and really building powerful brands. And we said to ourselves, we have to become much better at creativity and creative effectiveness. So we set a mission literally in our marketing leadership conference that year annually to say, listen, we want to go out and be the world's best at creative effectiveness. And it's amazing to see that we've accomplished that. And we're really using creativity to solve real consumer problems and business problems for the company to ultimately drive top line growth. That's what we're here for. And then Budweiser, I was excited. It's been a portfolio play across all of our brands, but Budweiser did well. I think we won 8 Lions last year across multiple countries. So we had a great program with Bud WhatsApp Records in Colombia. We had an Unbreakable Courts program with the NBA in Brazil. We had a global program around the Budweiser Energy Collective that performed well. So very proud and humble and looking forward to this year's competition.
And what strategy really worked for the brand? Because past 2 years haven't been really easy on most of the companies. So what are the things that you did right according to you?
Yeah, I think, having a very clear positioning. So, we want to inspire people to do big things in life, seize opportunity, go out and, chase greatness, and staying true to that proposition, and then really bringing that to life through our platforms. So music is a huge platform for us globally. Doing great work here in India. You just had the first ever Lollapalooza, which Budweiser was a big part of. Creating great experiences in the on-premise with whether it's partnerships with Mixmag or Boiler Room, and just staying relevant in culture in the music space. And then, most recently, the beyond music, building occasions around the passion point of football. So obviously, we're just off the back of a massive FIFA World Cup. The biggest sporting event in the world, and I think just trying to be at that intersection of people, brands, and beer, and for us that's music and football, and being relevant in culture and giving people experiences that they can't forget.
Yeah, and sticking with football, FIFA World Cup, 2 days prior to the actual World Cup, alcohol sales was banned at 8 of the World Cup stadiums in Qatar. As a marketer, for you, what was that like?
I'll be honest, we were shocked. It was a surprise.
Yeah.
4 years of planning.
Yes.
We had made this the biggest global campaign ever for Budweiser. 2 days before getting the call from FIFA saying that beer is going to be banned from the outer concourses of the stadiums, we were surprised. But to be honest, it was a testament to our culture. We were like, we've been a partner for FIFA for over 35 years. Yeah. Beer and international football and the World Cup and Budweiser has become synonymous. So we said to ourselves, what can we do to make sure that we still, deliver that celebration of Budweiser and football for the tournament? So we rallied our internal team with some of our external partners, some Wyden & Kennedy in particularly, our lead agency. And we said, well, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? And, the first thing we did, we put out the tweet, well, this is awkward. That it was awkward. So it was awkward for us. It was awkward for the fans.
How did you come up with that so quickly? I must ask you the backstory.
Well, we have a real-time social media team. We had a newsroom set up. So we were ready for whatever was going to happen. That was the tone of voice, as authentic as we could put it out there. Well, it was awkward, so we did that. But then we quickly rallied and we launched the new campaign, which was Bring Home the Bud. And we said, essentially, the winning country is not only going to bring home the World Cup trophy, they're going to bring home all of the Budweiser for the ultimate victory celebration. And then that became a huge campaign on its own.
And this made more news than actually the first opening match at the World Cup.
We were the most talked about brand during the World Cup. We had a 70% share of all social mentions. Yeah. I think you probably saw it, but we started dropping containers of Budweiser in the countries around the world. We had 11 countries participating overnight, containers dropping, teasing the celebration and the beer to bring home. And we had influencers were engaged, celebrities. We had turned into out-of-home media. We even turned our field boards in all the stadiums in Qatar to bring home the Bud messaging. And it was just a great collaborative effort, and the agility of the company was amazing.
Yeah, and you served the Budweiser Zero at the stadiums, which is a non-alcoholic beer. Yeah. Also, alcoholic beverage was served at certain places in Qatar. But did it really offset the kind of impact that this ban, 2-day prior ban, would have had on your investment in the World Cup? Did it really offset that?
Well, Budweiser Zero did very well, obviously, because it was available in the stadium during the matches and in the outer concourse as well. So we did see a pretty big increase in trial and awareness for Budweiser Zero, which was a great initiative. And then, as I mentioned, we also delivered a great experience outside of the stadiums where we could. We had the Budweiser Hotel, where we hosted over 1,500 guests from around the world. We had a huge BudX weekend where we had over 100 creators attend the hotel with us, and we actually filmed the first ever music video filmed at the FIFA World Cup with those 100 creators and Little Baby who had developed the anthem for the song. So we worked to deliver a great experience on the ground for our guests in Doha. But to be honest, more importantly, it was the 75 countries around the world that activated the World's Yours to Take campaign for Budweiser, and then ultimately...
And some of the biggest football stars.
Yeah, we had Messi, Neymar, Raheem Sterling as the key footballers in our campaign. Really using this moment to inspire everybody, not just the players, to really, on the back of COVID, to go for it and chase your dreams with this campaign. So, yeah.
Todd, I have to ask you this. I believe, and there have been rumors that AB InBev is seeking 47.4 million of deduction from the 2026 World Cup in terms of investment. Is that true?
Yeah, we don't discuss our commercial terms in public. So,
but no. there have been negotiations with FIFA.
Yeah, well, we're excited to continue our partnership with FIFA. So we have, the Women's World Cup coming up.
Yes.
And then, it was announced in FIFA that we're working towards 2026 in North America, which is the home of Budweiser. We're excited to continue our partnership with FIFA.
But did it hamper your partnership with FIFA, this last-minute change of plans?
Yeah, as I mentioned, we were surprised.
Were you angry?
We were shocked. But we worked together and got to, I think, a good resolution. And then ultimately, as I said, the pivot for us, really, we wanted to make sure Budweiser was still at the forefront of celebrations around the World Cup. And I really believe Bring Home the Bud helped do that.
Okay. So moving on, post-pandemic, people are going out. What has been the impact, on beer consumption in-home and out-home, if you can share some figures and data?
Yeah, as you mentioned, during the pandemic, obviously the out-of-home channel was severely impacted with restaurants and bars being shut down. But we did see a shift and saw an increase in in-home consumption. So the home became a lot more the hub during the pandemic. But now with the reopening, we're seeing demand rebound big time everywhere around the world. The on-premise and off-trade channels, on-trade channels are returning to growth. We're adapting to the evolving consumer changes in behavior. But I think a couple of trends that have happened is, home is becoming more important globally. But excited now that, live concerts are back. Live sporting events, are back. So we're seeing a rebound in the on-trade channel as well.
So home becoming a hub is a big trend. That also means that direct-to-consumer has become a big deal.
Yes.
So how has that, shifted your marketing and your strategies?
It's critical to the direct-to-consumer business is growing. And actually, we're leading the digital transformation at ABI globally. So from the D2C perspective, we're building our own direct-to-consumer brands around the world. In particular, there's Zed Delivery in Brazil, and we're building a brand called Tod, which operates in other Latin American markets like Mexico, Argentina, Colombia, to name a few. And we're building that business completely integrated into our portfolio. So it's a huge trend that we're seeing. And then in other markets, we're making sure we're partnering with the right partners to ensure people can get cold beer delivered to their homes, in some cases in under 30 minutes, whether it's in time for a sporting match that you have friends over to watch on TV, or you're home entertaining a dinner party. We're making sure we're delivering our product for the right occasion at the right time through the right platforms. So it is very important.
Yeah. Todd, also, how big is the non-alcoholic beverage part of Budweiser business? How much of that is being consumed, and do we see more brand extensions from here on?
Yeah, I think we break down the non-alcohol into two categories: non-alcoholic beer and then non-alcoholic beverages. So on the non-alcoholic beer side, the category is growing globally, and it's a big focus for us at AB InBev. We've launched Budweiser Zero, as you mentioned earlier about the FIFA World Cup, in numerous markets around the world. We've had Budweiser 0.0 here in India for quite some time, but we have it now in the UK, in the US, in Canada, and Brazil, and we're expanding globally because we're seeing moderation as a trend as well around the world. People want the benefit the social benefit of alcohol and the badge and the prestige, but don't necessarily want the side effects of alcohol, whether it's an evening out. So we're meeting consumers' needs all the time with non-alcohol. And then I think on non-alcoholic beverages, it's an area of focus that we're looking at. I think even here in India, the energy drink market is a huge industry and it's growing. And the team here has done a fabulous job. You know, we're testing a new product right now, Budweiser Beats, which is an energy drink here in India. And we're excited to use this almost as a test market for us globally to see if we can extend the Budweiser brand into the energy drink category. And early signs have been very promising.
Great. On that note, it is time for a short break. This conversation with Budweiser's Tod Allen will continue on the other side of the break. You don't go anywhere. We will be right back.